Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel, Dad Swag. My name is Matt and let's get this video rolling. Hello YouTube. So today's the day where we're going to be going to my parents' house and spraying. Forecast is looking great so far. Granted, I did not check it this morning, but as of last night it said no rain. So, and I don't really see any clouds in the sky, so I think we would be in the clear at this point. So, but came outside and the birds are just chirping away here. They're having a good old time. So we're real excited for that here, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I was talking to my dad on the phone, and he said that they got a bunch of rain last night, and also there's dew on ground, so everything's still wet. We want to make sure everything's nice and dry before going ahead and proceeding spraying here. So I think what I'm going to do right now is head to his house, and I'll get things prepped. There's a couple things I want to do, and just probably another clean out of the tank and get the lawnmower all hooked up and everything to his, and I'll probably do some recordings beforehand and everything so we can get this project on the road. So but I'm going to start heading his way. It takes about roughly, I think, 45 minutes, right around there, to get to his house. So I'll see you when we get there. Okay YouTube, so we're at my parents' house here, and we noticed that when we hook this up or connect it to the tractor, I don't know if this video does justice, but it's leaning like too much forward. So like I would think that you would have to be at like 3 or 4 gallons before it would actually spray, just because of that. So what we're going to do is adjust this portion right here and lower it so it raises it higher, so that way it's all leveled off. So that's what we're currently working on, and once we get that done, I'll film again. Okay, so what we're doing right now, we got it hooked up to his lawnmower. Got the we had to make adjustments on that portion there just so it's all leveled off, which we got, and we're just doing a second cleaning just to be safe or careful with everything here. We actually put some cleaner in that measuring cup. Just make sure all the chemicals are out of that before using it to fill the tank up. So okay, so we got the cleaner in there, and we're just cleaning everything out thoroughly for the second time, even though I did it before, just get the best results possible here. Say hi, Dad.
Hi there.
So nothing too exciting yet. Okay, so we got that all cleaned out, and right now we're just filling up a little ways before we put the product in. We're going to be doing 30 gallons on this one for his yard, based off of our calculations and everything. And once we're ready for the next part, I will go ahead and start recording again. Okay, so for today what we're going to use is Talstar P. Stands for professional. It is 1 ounce per gallon, and from our calculations with everything that we're going to be doing today, we're going to be using 30 gallons, so we're going to need 30 ounces. Now, always read the label before spraying, make sure it's all confirmed. They do have in there, if my memory serves me correctly, it's 2 ounces per gallon if you're like trying to spray for termites around the house and all that, but it's done just a tad bit differently, so always read that label. What we're going to do now is take this, we have a measuring cup we're going to pour this product into, and then we're going to put it in the tank. Now, They do have a measuring device here that you can use. It's not that it doesn't work, it's just I think with the measuring cup it's just a little bit quicker for us, so that's what we're going to be using today. We did buy the smaller one of the two bottles, I believe it was a year ago, so we're going to finish off that one and then we're going to take from the big one here. They're both identical, just one's bigger than the other. Now if you're trying to save money on this, I do recommend get the bigger two. You get a little bit more discount. And we did buy this product at domyown.com. That's domyown.com. I will put that in the description below, along with the link to the product. I believe the 128 ounce was right around $64. So you do save a little bit of money versus the small one if you go a little bit bigger. So, but once we get ready to pour this all in, I'll start recording again.
Great.
So last year we must have used the other side because the seal's still on the one that he just took off. So, okay, go. And what we're going to do is finish this small one off. There wasn't a whole lot in there. So we're going to get all that put in first, and we'll just subtract it from our total and pour the remaining amount that we need for the 30 gallons. Or I should say 30 ounces in this scenario. Okay. So we're breaking the seal on the 128 ounce one. And then it looks like it's 32 ounces as far as that measuring cup. Okay, so it's going to be pretty close to the top. Now, does it feel a little thick, the consistency of it?
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you say, like syrup or less?
Maybe a little bit less than the thickness of syrup.
Okay.
That should be right around 30.
Yep, I think you're pretty close. So
Pour that in here.
So we only filled this up to 15 gallons as far as the tank goes. We're going to pour the full 30 ounces of solution in it, and then we're going to mix it up real good and then fill up the tank the rest of the way with the water. That way we're just not splashing everything out of it while we're doing it. Yeah, we're going to mix it up here. So the mixer that I bought from Menards, I think it was last week or the week before, we're going to use here. Got it hooked up to his drill. And if I can do this without it splashing everywhere, we'll come this way maybe. I don't know, it's really not, oh there we go, there's the angle I like. So, a little bit easier than 1 gallon, huh?
Yeah.
We're trying to mix the cleaner with it in the 1 gallon, and it was a little rough, let's just put it that way. So you probably want just a tad bit more water in it. So, and just make sure it's real thorough. And if you let this sit too long, it will settle to the bottom. So you want to constantly make sure you're mixing this up and not letting it just sit forever. So now guys, I have used Talstar P for, I would say, about 2 years now, and from all the products I have ever used killing insects, this is by far the best. I would give it a 5-star rating for sure. It's amazing. They do have like a generic version of this biphen, which I'm not saying it does not work. It does a good job too. It seems like it just doesn't last as long as what the Talstar. Maybe it's just me. People say it's the exact same formula and everything. I think there might be just a little hair of a difference, but from my experience, to me, it just personally seems like it doesn't last as long, and you may have to spray a little bit more often. But the Talstar, it's a really good product. Every time I've used it, I've just been very impressed. The only thing that I would say you want to be careful is that you don't spray this back to back constantly over a long period of time, because insects and all that, they'll get immune to it. So you kind of want something in between sprays. So like maybe 1 month use the Talstar, next you'll use a different product, then you'll come back to it, and that way you're getting the full effect. Now, from all the yards I've used Talstar on, the first time is probably the most fun, because if you get the right kind of yard, like my yard, you just see the insects shoot up like crazy, and they're going all haywired and all that all over the place. So I'm kind of excited looking for this one, see how they react. I don't know, with it being this late in the season, what we're going to see today. I know the first time my wife sprayed it in our yard, they were just going berserk all over the place. So, and what the response I thought would be versus what we saw, it was way more. So you'll probably see a lot more critters running around or across the driveway, stuff running towards your house. And that's another thing. So you said that you were having issues with earwigs in parts of your house. And so what I was telling him, when you spray it, don't be surprised if you see some more insects for the first couple of days inside the house. They're just trying to get away from that product. So maybe for the first day or two, you might have to kill a little bit extra. But I would say, at least from my experience, about the third day, it should really start, they should be dying down quite a bit. So you might see a couple here or there, then after that, it should go be a lot better. So we're just going to fill this up the rest of the way. I might take you for a tour around part of the house, what we're going to be doing, and I'll also record us spraying this product over part of the yard. Okay, so here's the house. So we're going to be spraying in all these areas here. They say spray like 2-3 feet on the house going up. That way you're just getting them all around this. Typically speaking, for a lot of years I can remember, we go up here, they used to have a wasp nest, so we'll probably spray that real good, just try see if they'll avoid that area. We'll get around this door here real good. Come over here. Now this is the area where they have more of the earwigs. So I think it's just with the tree and everything, maybe a little bit more shade in this area, a little bit more damp. So that's probably why they're seeing a little bit more. So we're going to get this area really good. And then we come over in here, kind of the same scenario. So I think the game plan for right now is we're going to try to like edge everything off, or try to spray around everything first before we just go for blanket the whole yard, cover all of our bases, then we'll blanket everything at that point. Got the front of the yard here. So it's I wouldn't say it's a small property. It's a little bit bigger. It's not huge, but it's definitely bigger than my yard. So, and I say we could, for ants, this works great. So we'll probably cover a lot of these creases or around the driveway here, anywhere where they would tend to build ant hills or anything like that. Just try to get that area really well too. So, and actually over here, they have just a small part of the property, so we'll have a spray over there as well. So got quite a bit. And if we follow this, I'll kind of point where we go, because their yard is shaped like a pie almost. So it's not like one of those easy square or rectangles to do. So it kind of goes at that angle all the way down there to where that row of trees are. And in fact, I might even walk back there and kind of show you what we're looking at. So now, you know, we've been noticing quite a bit of mosquitoes here. Even on the driveway, I was getting bit. They weren't even mosquitoes. I don't know what insect it was, but they were biting me too. I don't know what the technical name is for them, but they're like a real small black bug. So it was kind of annoying. So I'm even looking forward to spraying this, just so when I come out, I don't get bit up to death. So come all the way over here along the evergreens, comes all the way over there. past the fire pit and back to there where we started off from. So decent amount to cover here. And also when it comes to shrubs, trees, shrubs, I just stick the one in, spray inside there. You want to try to get inside where, you know, the mosquitoes and all that would like to hide. And then trees, they always say like the underside of the leaves, closer to the bottom of the tree. So we're going to try to do that as best as we can, and just hit up this whole area. So I think next looks like he's getting pretty close to being finished over there. So we'll get the lawnmower started up. I try and train him on how to do it, so if I'm ever not around, he can do it himself too if he ever needs to borrow it, and go from there. So, but I might teach him a little bit to start off with, and then once we got everything kind of a little bit more under control, then I'll start recording again, spraying it. Okay, YouTube, so we kind of ran some issues while doing this. It's more with the tractor than anything else. We were spraying the yard, getting all ready, and all of a sudden we noticed on the back, like where it sprays out, it didn't have the power it normally does spraying out, so it went from like a real big mist to a very little stream. And we're like, that's a little weird. And all of a sudden the lawnmower started smoking up, and we're like, that's weird. So we turned it off. We're like, maybe just overheated or something like that. And so we went and go turn it back on after a little while, see if when it cooled down, if it would start, and it was click, click, click. So we hooked it up to the battery charger for a little while, let it charge up, and then it started back up again. And so we're like, okay, well, maybe it was just the heat. So we retried it, got maybe 30 seconds into spraying, and then same thing happened again. So we're like, you know what? We think what's happening, we could be wrong. We're not mechanics by any means, but we're just trying to put two and two together. And we think it was just a bad battery, because my dad was saying that the one he has currently in there is about roughly 3 years old. So we're thinking that maybe it's just a weak battery causing all this, and then once it gets down to a certain level, stuff on the lawnmower stops working, which explains quite a bit if we're right. Now, we could be dead wrong, but we're going to at least give that a shot here. So so right now we did pick up the battery, we have it installed that, and then we're going to give it another run and see what happens here. Every time that we restart back up, we're opening up the lid and remixing it all again, just so everything is evenly spread out with because with the Talstar, it'll sink to the bottom. So we're making sure we're mixing that up every time. So the game plan right now, we got the battery. He wants to take a little bit of a break, get some water and stuff, and then once we got some time to do that, we're going to come back out, change out the battery, swap it out with the new one, test it out. Hopefully that takes care of it. If not, then it's not going to be a good day. We'll probably end up having to drain all that out, which I really, really do not want to do. But we're kind of running out of options at that point. So, but we're going to give this a shot and see how it goes. Okay, we are back. So we had some major technical difficulties with everything. As you can see, we have another lawnmower at the moment. We're actually borrowing our neighbor's mower. He let us borrow it. He saw what was going on and said, hey, you can use ours if you want. So we're very thankful for that. So shout out to him. So we have the Talstar in there. I did do most of the yard. I told my dad I just want to be able to record us spraying it. So that's why I'm recording right now. He's driving it, but I did do around most of the backyard. We still have to hit up the front yard. You can kind of see the tracks in the yard where we ran through, but it's working really good. So long story short, I kind of learned something new about the sprayer. I'll wait for the lawnmower to go by so you can hear me. In the back, I don't know if you guys saw a previous video, but if you look at that white hose that connects to the bottom there, you can see it with that tag at the bottom. We were trying to spray and it was losing just power. Like it would go full power for a couple of seconds and you just saw the PSI drop on the meter and all that, or the gauge. And we kept on doing. We thought was a lawnmower at first, and so that's why we went and get the new battery, which we believed he needed anyways. So it was over 3 years old, so that's about time to replace it anyway. So we're kind of happy that we did that-ish, as you'll find out here. But when we took that hose apart, there's two sections in it. One that connects to the tank itself, and then one that has like a little lever where you can turn it off, and then another connection behind that. Well, when I took the last one off, we were going to drain it all out because we're like, you know what? It's just not working today. We're giving up. We saw that there's a filter on it, and that filter was all plugged up. I think it's just from us cleaning out constantly and stuff. I honestly didn't even know there was a filter there, so my bad. So we cleaned that all up real clean. We cleaned out part of the nozzle as well, just the best we could get for what we have right now. Hooked it up, and boom, it worked. So as you can see, it's spraying full blast right now, working really good. The bugs are in my face, and that's more or less to be expected. This is the first time we're spraying this. So the first time you're going to see a lot of bugs pop up. They're going to be out probably overnight into the next day a little bit, and then they'll start going away as they die off. So, but right now there is a ton of bugs out here, more so than normal. So I'm constantly have to wipe my face, my eyes, get them to swap them and everything like that. So, but it's just showing you that it's working. That's all it's doing. So what we're going to do here, we're just finishing up the backyard. Then we have to go back to the front yard, do that. And then if we still have some more product left, I think we're going to kind of spray more in the bushes, trees, try to hit up as much as we can. And I think at that point we might call it a day. It's just been, what should have took 2 hours. We're going on, probably 6-7 hours at this point. So it's just been a long day. I know he's tired. Also, we did hook that back up to his John Deere. And I would say I got a good maybe 4 rounds in the yard at that point. And all of a sudden I was over by the tree just about right where he is right now, and all of a sudden it just smoked up and we heard a big boom, and I turned it off. I'm like, it's probably quits. We look up, our neighbor looked on, there's sheared wires, there's stuff going on. I don't know what's going on with that lawnmower. I know he's frustrated right now with it, and I think honestly both of us are a little bit. You know, we're trying to do something fun today, but you know what? We're going to just make everything positive here. Look on a positive note. Hey, we're getting it done anyways, even with all the issues. Got to spend a lot of quality time. We're happy. It's going well right at the moment. And we're going to get this yard done one way or another. So I think he's going to have some fun here. I probably should tell him we probably should use the sprayer for that part. I don't want anything to happen to the neighbor's mower. If it was ours, it's one thing, but but I think he's having fun with it right now at the moment. I'll let him have a little bit of fun. He deserves it. And then we may be in the market for a new mower here soon too. We just got to figure out what we're going to do. But I think, you know, we'll sleep on it, call it a day, and kind of go from there. Okay guys, we're back. So I think he's having a little fun now. It seems I saw a smile on his face. I think he's like, hey, it's working. He's happy. So I told him like, hey, how about you get the shrubs in the front, the trees or whatever. And he's working on that at the moment. So he's still new at it. So he's still figuring all this out for the first time, but he's getting the hang of it. So he's just going to get that now. I'm telling you guys, there is a ton of bugs like flying everywhere in this yard. Like, each yard's a little different, but there's a bunch. I know you probably are not seeing them on the video here, but they're flying all in my face right now. They're all over the place. So, and before we sprayed this product, it wasn't really too bad. I mean, yeah, there was stuff here and there, but like it feels like all of them are trying to fly away now. So, he's getting in the shrubs and all that. I told him put the wand in there, try to get, you know, underneath the leaves at the base of the plant. That's where a lot of times the mosquitoes and all that will hang out. It's kind of funny because I saw a mosquito hanging out on top of the tank. He was just chilling there. I think he's like, hey, if I go on the grass, I'm probably going to die, so I'll just hang up here and get a free ride and a breeze in my face. So he's not there anymore, at least not that I see. Nope, not there anymore, but he was chilling there for a while. So so he's just getting all that, spraying really good inside the plant, outside the plant, get everywhere you can. I am go over the boom on the driveway, like all these cracks and everything. That way, if there's ants down there, it'll destroy them or kill them too. So, but yeah, so that's what's going on here. I'll keep on recording him. I don't know, we might have to move the mower again. I don't know if there's enough hose to get all that part, but it does go with a decent stretch there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know, that's probably maybe 20-25 feet roughly they can do. So it's kind of a pain in the neck if you're the only one driving a lawnmower. Like, it's not that there's a whole lot to it, it's just like you stop the lawnmower, get off, get the hose, spray it, go back on your lawnmower, go a little further, stop the lawnmower, and it's just a non-stop, constant thing you have to keep on doing. So, but it does work. So I mean, if you get really good, I don't recommend it. I don't want to be reliable for anybody's safety, but I guess you technically could hold it while driving and the lawnmower and spray it while you're driving if you got that skill set. So, but yeah, he's just going away, going to town on this. So, and if we have any more leftover product, I'm not sure how much we have left. I haven't checked it for a little while. I know when we started with that lawnmower, we had 18 gallons left. So we got a little bit out with the green tractor, but that's dead. So we're probably down, if I had to guess, anywhere between 3 and 5 gallons now. So if we have any more left over, might go in the backyard, spray some of those trees really good. We didn't really get great. I mean, we hit up a little bit, as much as we can with the boom, but we probably could get even better if we use the lawn. So, so that's what's going on here. And I guess I'll give you another update as they come. Okay, YouTube, so what I'm going to do is show you about the filter or mesh, whatever you want to call it, filter mesh. So this piece right in there was literally all clogged up. So on this in particular, I didn't even know it honestly even had that. So I guess I really never even looked back into it while cleaning it. And what I would do is down here, I used to take it from against the tank off even. So and part of the reason this is a little bit harder to put on and off. And so that's why I did it that way. But I guess from now on, lesson learned, clean it from this side here. So I think going forward, I'll just take it on and off here and clean this out every time, because that makes a huge difference if there's debris and stuff in that. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a bunch of birds out there, and I think they're having a little fun right now. Try to zoom in. I don't know if you can see them. They're probably going over there and try and pick off real fast what they can. But okay, so we got done spraying everything. It obviously took a lot longer just because of all the difficulties we had with mowers and everything. But hey, it's a life lesson. We got through it, we pushed through it, so, and we got the yard done, and that was the goal, and that's what we accomplished. So I think next time when we do it, I don't know what's going to happen with the mower at this point. It's one of those that he may buy another one, or we may fix it up. I think we just need to kind of sit down and really think things through and find out everything. But obviously, if the one he has is going to be a money pit, you might as well get another one at this point. So that's what we got to figure out. And we're not mechanics or anything, so I'm not, we'll probably get somebody with a little bit more knowledge, come look at it, kind of give us an idea of ballpark what we're looking at and proceed forward at that point. But anyways, we did get the whole yard sprayed. We went in the front. I didn't have on video, but we did use the boom to spray the cracks in the driveway and everything. Got that all nice, just in case if there's ants or anything. We sprayed along the house 2-3 feet up from the ground, And underneath there, I'll point underneath the wheel. You see how there's that little space in there where critters and all that stuff can get in? Well, we were spraying that and he saw a bunch of stuff try to fly out at that point. So that was a positive sign. I'll tell you guys, of all the products I ever used, and this is even going back from previous videos I did up to whatever today's day is, July 2nd, 2022. As of right now, Talstar is by far the best results I have ever had. So I have not been disappointed with it, and that's one that I could say, you know, check the label for everything. Don't take my word for it, but check the label. Make sure your state allows it to be sprayed or whatever. But if it does, you know, follow the label according to the instructions, how much to pour for everything and all that. But I'm telling you, like with our results, we've always had positive results every single time. When you get spraying first, they're not going to die off like, oh, I should rephrase that. Some of the insects may die off right away, but it's going to probably more likely be the very smaller ones. If you get something a little bit bigger, they're going to take a little bit more time. But probably what you will see, and from my experience, would be that they're going to be flying all over the place. They're going to be running. You're going to see that they're trying to get away from that product. Things will eventually calm down. Just depends on how many insects and a lot of other factors into it, but things will eventually calm down, but they're going to go kind of crazy there for a little while. And then, and typically about 3 days, that's when everything, where you really see it, everything kick in. So it had time to be on the ground. Insects have more time to absorb everything into their system. And that's where you're going to really notice a difference. So I know it's positive. It's been a positive experience at my house. I sprayed it at neighbors' houses. I sprayed it at my friend's house, and they even said, yes, we can see a difference. So yes, it does cost a little bit more, but at the same time, you kind of get what you pay for. And I've had a very good experience, and I know there's just tons and tons of reviews of this on YouTube. You can go around and they'll show you anywhere from wasps to bees to mosquitoes. I mean, I watch dozens of videos on this product, and based off that, what everybody's saying, just they're like, you gotta get it, you gotta get it, you gotta get it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? They wouldn't all be saying that. I don't believe if it weren't true. I tried it for myself, and yes, in my opinion, it does absolutely work. So if you're struggling, especially around maybe the pool area, you know, a lot of people with pools, you got all those mosquitoes and everything, you know, obviously you don't spray that in the pool, but, you know, get the shrubs, the grass, everything around the pool and stuff, you know, maybe it'll make it that much more comfortable on a deck. If you live in the woods, that's where this thing just annihilates everything basically. You know, people say they have bug zappers on that and they spray it with this product, they come out, there's just millions of mosquitoes on their driveways, you know. So I mean, this stuff is legit. So I did see this product on Amazon, but I'll warn you, you know, it was a little bit more. It's not like crazy amount more, but it was a little bit more. I typically, or every time that I've personally ordered this product, I went on domyown.com. That's DOMYOWN.com. And once again, I will put that in the description. It may take me just a little while because there's a lot of updating on this video. I have a ton of clips I have to do and everything, but domyown.com. Another thing, while you're there, you know, if you know of like a pest that you're trying to get rid of, maybe a weed or something, what's really cool is in the search at the top of their website, you can type in whatever problem you're having. So let's just say mosquitoes. You type that in and it'll give you a whole list of products for getting rid of mosquitoes. And they do that with weeds and all that other stuff too. So it's really cool. They show you the labels and everything. So you'll be educated on that product before you can get it. And what I like doing is, you know, I'll type in, I'll see a product that I've never used. I'll go on YouTube, type in and watch other people and what they're saying about it, kind of get myself educated on it. And but they have a lot of good things. I think their prices are very fair on it. They do have a little shipping cost. I mean, granted, probably if you get over a certain dollar amount, it may become free. I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me on it. But from what I see, they're even cheaper than, or last time I checked, they were even cheaper than Amazon. So say hi, Dad.
Hello.
He says hi. He's hot and sweaty. He doesn't want to be on film. So, but give it a try. You know, I'll be working on this video. Like I said, there is a ton of clips that I have to go through this, edit out, and to do on this, but I think it's a well worth video for you guys. So thanks a bunch. Appreciate y'all watching. If you like it, hit that thumbs up, smash that. And if you find any of this useful, if you want to subscribe, you know, like I said, I want to keep on trying to push these out. I am on a 2-week break from work, so that's why you're seeing a lot more videos. But even with that, I want to still try to do stuff every so often. And granted, it all depends on my schedule. But, you know, if I could do a video here or there for you guys, I definitely want to get that done. So once again, appreciate you. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you next time.